My voice is often low, so I have to use the microphone so everyone can hear me. Today I'm very excited, very happy to join this event. You probably know that there are two events going on this afternoon. One is our alumni workshop. The other one is on-campus recruitment with one of our partner companies. They're coming on 3:30 to recruit, to promote their company and also offer internship opportunities, job opportunities to our students. So I decided to come to this event because personally I believe this one is more meaningful, more important, and also this made me much happier seeing our alumni and also our students in this classroom. So I'm very pleased to welcome 3.5 of our alumni coming back. Why 3.5? Because right now we have two, Jack Bay, Abra, and also in a while, in about 20 minutes, Maxim will join us. And also we have Ali Madong, who is now in Foshan, in Guangdong province. He promised to come, but because of another appointment, he cannot make it. So that's why he has recorded his video, and he's going to show the video. We will show his video to you. So that's the other half. So that's why I want all of you to join me in welcoming our alumni coming back to talk. Today, my colleagues, Professor Didier is also joining us. He told me that he's really excited to see our alumni coming back. So he insists to come to meet our alumni and meet our students. And also some other colleagues will be joining us in a minute. So at this moment, standing here, I cannot help thinking about old days, like 7 years ago, when I first started designing and managing this program, our BFSU Super program. We were in an old building. I imagined one day that we have alumni coming back to school to talk to me, to our current students. Now this is like a dream coming true. Today is reality. Our alumni really come back, talk to our students, sharing their experiences, bring more wisdom to you and to us. So at school, we always want to create a platform for young students, for young elites from different countries to work together, to share experience together, to work together, and also to create more better opportunities together. So this always reminds me something that we have to do as educators in the university. We have been working here for a long time, but you are always repeating every 4 years you are going to leave. So I always feel very proud that I have spent 4 years or 2 years together with you. This is the best period of your life that you spend at BFSU. So that's why we always want to add some value to your stay here. And being alumni is part of the experience. Although you physically left BFSU, but I believe emotionally you will never leave this campus. Once you study somewhere, you're always, forever connected to this university, to the school. So that's why today, Jack, Abra, Maxim will share many of their feelings, many of their experience with you about their study, about their work, about their experience of starting a company in China and working in China, some details. So as alumni, I believe there are some responsibilities as you are forever connected to the school. I think, firstly, you are become the role model for our current students. You will inspire the future, the current and future students to work better, to create a better self. Second, you're responsible for increasing the school reputation. Because right now in China we have many business schools. So one thing we really care about is do we have a good reputation? And can we attract future top students to come to study here. Always, without good students, without good faculty, without good physical environment, we cannot say that we are good university. So that's why I believe one of your responsibilities after you leave the campus is to promote the school image in the society. And also I hope that you, our current students, will get more involved in our alumni affairs. Because in the future, you will also become alumni from the BFSU. So you are going to do the same thing in the future. So alumni is like a bridge. You will become alumni. Each of you will have experience of being students to a very unique, different alumni in the future. You are going to create your own experience. So that's why I hope this kind of sharing, this kind of workshop will add much value to our alumni and also to you. Another thing very important, of course, I don't know if you have read news the day before. A BFSU alumni donated a fund to IBS. So the company is called VIP Kate. Some of you have visited VIP Kate during immersion week. And next week, we're organizing another tour, working tour, to this company. The founder of this company, she studied in BFSU for 3 years, not as regular degree students, but as a training program students. For any graduate, for any student who study over 1 month in BFSU, we consider them as alumni. So she is highly attached to BFSU, despite she was not the real degree student in BFSU. So she set up this company, she's become very successful, and she's donating 1 million RMB to BFSU. So in the future, I believe our alumni, including Jack, including Abra, Maxime, or Ali Madong, so any of you may have the potential to become really established, successful, and you can contribute some of your wealth to the university. So maybe in the future, some of the buildings or some of the classrooms in this building or in other parts of the campus will be named after you. So I look forward personally to that day to come in the future. So it's always feel excitement for me to meet our alumni, talk to our students. But I don't want to waste too much time. Now I'd like to give the floor to our alumni to share their experience. So shall we start with Abra? Okay, now let's welcome Mr. Abra.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to see many faces here. Some of them I know, some of them I don't, but still feel like being a student again, because as Mr. Liu Tong said, it was one of the best times in my life. So here, what I'm going to say, I didn't prepare a very big speech, very long one, so I'll try to be very precise. There's some things I want to tell. So first of all, they're not universal truths. So some of you may agree, some of you may not, but these are the things which worked for me. So first one, there were some requirements that need to make speech, and one of them is to my current position. So I am now a training manager in Kids Intelligent Development Academy, and I mainly do managing staff with the teaching staff, and I have some marketing activities as well. So it's a very interesting job, and it's very challenging, and it's very hard. Yeah. And, okay, I'll move to next point here. So first one about let's say I'll go to making a CV. So I'll make it very practical. I want to say some things which worked for me. So when you guys try to make a CV and when you apply for jobs, there's some things I want you to pay attention to. First one, don't make spelling mistakes. Yeah, like even because like not So it's very simple, but it usually happens. And the managers and who interviewees are very good at like identifying these mistakes. So don't make them. Then the second one, when you apply for different jobs, if you do like the jobs in different fields, try to prepare a unique CV for each of them. So like don't send one original to all of them. Because I had this mistake before, I made this mistake, and sometimes let's say I failed many times. So when you prepare a CV for each job, please spend some time and make it specifically for this job. Don't be lazy to edit, and don't be lazy to just don't make one universal and send to everyone. So this is wrong technique, don't do that. Then the third one I want to about CV is when you make CV, it doesn't matter how brilliant you are, it doesn't matter how many conferences or like events you attended. For example, I had a lot of around more than 20 certificates of all these different types, but you have to include things which your future employee would need. For example, you're applying for, I don't know, marketing manager, so try to include everything that you need, everything that your employee will think useful for this job. If you had the first place in swimming or you like cooking, you don't have to include this. It's not necessary. Then try to make your CV also very creative, so it will teach the employee that you're working on your CV. So it doesn't mean that you're making one very simple, just make it creative. So it will see that, he will see or she will see that you take care of your CV. Yeah, and then work so you'll have something to include in your CV. It will not be that like blank. So do something while you study or while you do, so you will have very nice looking CV. That's for this one. Then about having interview with HR. So many of you perhaps worked in some other countries, in some other fields, but specifically in China, it's very important to have good relationship, like good conversation, not work-related conversation first. If you want to get this job, you have to have good contact with the person first. So talk about like the culture, talk about I don't know, the weather. First, have very good contact. After that, you can move to job. So you cannot ignore some basic questions that Chinese employee will ask you. For example, let's say I was asked many times, like, what is your favorite Chinese dish? So I cannot say, oh, let's skip this question, I won't talk about my CV. I won't talk about my salary, or I want to talk about like work conditions here. So please keep very basic conversation with the person. Be sincerely interested in this person, like sincerely, because every person has something to share. Maybe you can learn something from that person. And after that, when you establish initial contact with the person, you can move smoothly to the job talk. That's very important. Then, there is one thing I also learned. Before getting this job offer, I've been to around like 13 interviews in 2 months. I've been to 13 interviews, and there is one thing about here, everything goes, like decisions are usually fast. Some days I had like 4 interviews per day with the same company. So one of them was HR, another one vice president, and then CEO. So everything goes in one day. So it's going to be fast. So be prepared for this. Then, yeah, I think this is enough for HR. Then, finding a job. So it's very important. Some people say that it's very important to focus on the job you want, but the technique I used was to broaden my interest. So let's say I make a list of things which I'm good at, or I think I'm good at, and try to find the jobs which, let's say, fits my requirements. So then I was trying to apply for very different kind of jobs, to like starting from teaching to let's say research assistant, or so all different types of jobs. It's very important. At least if you're not hired, you will get very good lesson of how to have an interview or how to have, let's say, experience. Then, since most of you are going to graduate, I wish you not to be frustrated with the failures, because you're gonna have them, and it's very natural. They really, like, few people who, let's say, get all the time acceptances. So for example, I had many failures, and so if you really need this job, your motivation to find the job should overcome your frustration from the failure. So this is very normal. Accept it as a normal, and don't get too much frustrated. It's going to help you a lot. Then, that's the last part. About the job itself. So, when you, let's say you succeed and you get job offer and you sign a contract. There's some things you have to pay attention to. If the job will give you only salary and nothing else, that's very poor job. So there should be something else. There should be room to grow. There should be some other motivation than just salary. If it's only salary, I think you had to leave the job. That's what I did sometimes, and that's sometimes I didn't, which I really regret. So if the only good thing about job is salary, this is a very poor job. Because some people may say that you don't have to take the job seriously, but it's very hard because you spend 40 hours per week. 40 hours per week the job, and then this job becomes a part of you. And it's very hard not to take it seriously. People who work with you, they become part of their friends. Not friends, but still, like 40 hours per week is a lot. It's like whole life. So the thing I learned here is, if job gives you only salary, this is a very poor job. So like quit it as soon as possible. Then so when you work in some company, then try to get benefits. If there is no benefit, at least try to learn. So just like I'm telling this so you will not waste your time in the future. So you should have some room to grow, some people to learn from, and good salary also. Then, in general, now I think you are one of your best times. Still very challenging because you're about to write your thesis, and then after that you will try to go to the, let's say, in the ocean of finding a job, which is going to be very challenging. But at the same time, it's going to be very interesting. So cheer up more and just look at this as one more challenge in your life, and everything is going to be great. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Sure. We should take some questions. If there are any.
All right, maybe I start with one.
Yep.
Right. Are there any qualities that employers look for international students?
Chinese language.
Chinese language.
Yes.
Right. Okay, that's most important.
Yes, like mainly that's the most important. Like if you talk the truth, actually, many of the Chinese employees don't look for specific qualities. They look for your face. Like, it's sad, but it's true. Many of the companies, they look for foreign face, so they can show off like their power or their authority. So the main thing, you have to be foreign face, and no, but most of you have Chinese skills, and after that maybe foreign face. It's very important.
Chinese skills as in reading,
Language.
writing, or just speaking?
Mainly speaking. But if you're going to do some office job, like if you're applying for manager position,
Yeah, like your job.
my job, I don't have a lot of writing, but I have reading. So I need to I try to recognize some characters, and I need to speak Chinese, at least some basic Chinese. But if you have very advanced skills in Chinese, you're gonna have, I think, you'll have promotion faster. That's what I think.
After all, they are looking for someone who works. Not
They
just,
do.
just like some show off by somebody in the company, right?
I agree.
Okay, anyone? Any questions?
Which HSK level do you have?
I don't have.
And how do they know that you are good in Chinese, and how do they know that you are capable in
Sorry?
learning? How are they going to know that you're capable in learning Chinese? You already know Chinese.
Once I applied for a job in Hainan Airlines. I think some of you know that. So we had like, in one day I had 3 interviews, one of them with HR. We had in English. Then I had with manager of the department, of sales department, English. And then I had interview with CEO, Chinese. So that's basically how they know. You have to have Chinese interview with them. First they will have English, but after that they will ask, what is your level of Chinese language? And after that, the only way to test is they will ask you some question in Chinese, which I failed sometimes.
But that is to have a HSK certificate to prove your language proficiency.
I don't know. Some jobs require HSK, but like let's say you speak Chinese, but they will try to test you. They will interview you, and if you pass the interview, they really will not care about your HSK. As long as you can keep the basic conversation. So you should be able to have some. You should have some language asset, and not the paper.
Certificate is also important.
Yeah, yes, yeah, I agree.
Anyone else? No? Visa. I'm going to ask about the visa.
Sure.
So, like, is it difficult to get like a visa, especially in Beijing? Like, do the companies offer, or you have to use another way to get the visa?
Both. You can use other ways of getting visa, but if you want to get work visa, that should be like directly involved with your company that you like, who hired you. For example, it was difficult because like it's also very important where you're from. Like it's very important nationalities. For some countries it's easier. For some countries it's not very easy. For me it was difficult. But my case was I worked in this company for 6 months before they offered me visa. So they wanted to see, like, can they rely on me? Am I useful for this company? So they will want to invest in me. Because visa actually is a big investment, especially for China and Beijing.
So during that 6 months, what visa are you relying on?
I started when I had student visa. And after that, I mean, it's not 6 months, 4 months. 4 months. After that, they helped me with the work visa. But the point is, if the Chinese company wants you, they can help you. So, there is a way to do it.
Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to see you all here today. I'm Jack from Korea. Some of people that I know and just new face. But when I was told from Ellen that she invited me to come here to talk with juniors and seniors, but I didn't know what to talk about because I'm not that mature to give advice as senior and I'm still young. But I thought I might be able to share my idea, what I did in my past as a friend. So don't expect any expert part from me. Share sort of a little story. And the first thing is that shut up and just do it and do what you want. And exactly. I mean, too many people when they take actions, too many think, too many afraid, too many calculate, too many expectations. But I'm not saying you're going to be ill-considered, but I'm saying if you believe that is right things to do, and if something you want, just do it if it is not criminal. To me, like, I never had a plan to come to China, but somehow my journey was settled to go to US. But somehow I feel like I have to come to China, so I just came. But too many people just question on me. Hey, do you know China? Do you know anyone in China? Do you speak Chinese? Or do you believe China is safe? But my answer is no. I don't speak Chinese. I don't know anyone in China. But I don't think China is safe at the time. But that was 2014. But right now it's 2017, I'm okay. Indeed, I learned a lot of things in the past. And I went to Shenzhen and Shandong and Guizhou for living. I just go there and find the house, just live with nothing, drinking. Hang out with people because I'm trying to understand the local cultures, try to make a friend with them. So at the end, I just got more sense of the business based on the different reasons. And then I got more friends, which is Guanxi, which is important to you when you have business here. So I think you're going to be fine whenever you go, except in North Korea. And no North Korea, right? Yeah. But it's going to be fine. So just try whatever you want, because you never know what's going to happen if you don't do it. So, and do what you want. I graduated last year, 2016 summer, and I got offer from the company, luxury, famous, good salary. My parents and friends said that just pick up the one, because you're going to better, to learn something from them. But I believe that if I go there, of course it's better to have a beautiful girlfriend, but I don't think I'm going to work actively because I'm the small part of the company. So I went to a small company where I do have the freedom of the speech and where I do have my own ability to open my own project. At the beginning, I was quite hard because welfare and the system was not that good. But later, I just realized that it was a good moment to learn and understand whole ecosystem of the Beijing, business itself. So right now, I'm just gonna don't regret what I did past in my life. Last year, I was in Hong Kong and Guizhou. But I think I got much better expectation or experience from that experience. So do what you want. Don't listen too much to other people because you know better what you want because you're gonna live by yourself, right? And second thing is don't make excuse. Just make it up. Today I'm not going to give some good advice how to make a good CV because I don't know. But as an employer, I know what kind of people are attractive. Because to be honest, when I have an interview with the applicant, I don't look at their CV. I don't care much. Because yeah, let's be honest, student lives are almost same. You sleep, wake up, go to class, finish the class, gym, drinking, love. Yeah, wake up again. Exactly. So if they don't do crazy things, it's going to be same. So just do crazy things. Be brave. That's why I like the people who's unique because there's tons of things that I can learn from them. And if you want to be special, I know you guys want to be luxury and special, right? But do crazy things because it's not going to happen if you don't do that. And if you do something wrong, don't say excuse. Just say admit it and learn from it because people are going to make mistakes all the time. So to me, I just want to say you're going to experience everything, a lot of things which is not makes any sense, which is not reasonable, especially when you do have business in China or in Asia or everywhere. Because I got called often from the business partner, hey Jack, can you come to Korea, Thailand, and Hong Kong now? I say now. I say yes because I need it. I need them. I need that meeting. So I just go to the airport. Of course, I have to buy new underwear and socks when I get there, but still fine. Last week, I launched the party teams, Illusion Reno. Curtis were there, the Jonathan were there. We were having a big party. It was a good day. But I got the call, 2 a.m. Hey Jack, I think you have to come to Shenzhen with the 8 a.m. flight. Can you make it? I say, what? I'm having party right now. I'm just having a good time. But I say yes, because I knew that the meeting was that important to me. So I was having party until 5 a.m. and I take a shower and just go to the airport. And I just went to Shenzhen. And I can tell you, a lot of people just expect a lot of things which is going to be reasonable, make sense. but don't think too much and don't expect too much, because tons of things not that make sense, and then you're gonna say, "Oh, I failed because this is not make any sense." But remember, when you give up, when you fall down, there must be someone that who can solve the same problem, and across the world, they are going to be winner. They are going to make a profit, but you're losing the money. So that's why I like the people that who doesn't make any excuse and try to make out everything. And I'm trying to be a person like that way. And the last one is be nice to the people, because everyone has their own issue. You don't think I don't have any problem? I have tons of problems. I have so much stress. Yesterday I didn't have sleep because too stressful. I have a lot of problems before I just come here. I had a meeting in the morning, but it was so bad. But to me it's okay. Good day is okay, bad day is okay. Because I like the sentence, what doesn't kill you, because what doesn't kill you gonna make you stronger, right? Yeah, somehow everyone has their own issue, struggling with life. So be nice to people and share with them. And if you need, if you can help, just help them out. Because always believe karma. What goes around just comes back around. So if you want to go too fast, yeah, just go alone. But if you want to go higher and further, go with your friend, be with your family, with them. You're going to be better. Thank you so much. Any question? I'm from South Korea, yes.
Any questions, please? You don't have questions?
Yes.
You have questions?
Hello.
Yes, so.
So what does your company do actually?
Okay. My company mainly doing three things. First is trade. The second is entertainment. There is finance. The first thing is trade, like between the two countries sharing the goods, like clothes, cosmetic, or everything you want to sell. Yeah, we're just trying. And the cement as well, like black gold as well, but those kind of trade. And the entertainment, we're selling the movie, and we having agency that for. You know Wang Hong? Do you know Wang Hong? You know what is Wang Hong in Chinese?
Yeah.
The YouTuber, the influencer from the online. So we are having them teach them and bring them to here, the Chinese market, and our plans go to Indonesian market, Vietnam market later. And also the party team, Illusion Reno, last week we launched, and because I don't want to stuck in the office 24/7, I just want to have fun. And also like the party business is also like good to me, as I think, because it's too much broad perspective that I can see a lot of people from there. And the finances, you guys might not familiar with it, but Forex, foreign exchange, foreign currency exchange. Our subsidiary in the UK, and we're trying to come to Chinese market. Yeah, that's mainly what I'm doing. Next.
Do you have questions?
If no one has question, I will ask a question.
I just want to know, like, what was the craziest thing you did in
You mean today? Right? In my past. I don't know, just right now I remember that when I just came before the Beijing, I got decent job. Maybe probably it's more than that I expected, but I feel like one of my friends just suggested me like, Jai, I need your help, and I just want to start a company in Beijing. But to be honest, there was nothing to settle down. No foundation, but I just say, and I just came here. But too many people just doesn't like my decision. But I was suffer at the beginning as well, because I have to give up all the good things, because I was in Hong Kong in the Guizhou. Welfare was quite good. Car, nice house, nice maid. The maid. The who can cook, like all the things. but I have to give up. And they came to here, they started from the beginning. But so sometimes like there's the moment that I have, just like be patient. But right now I feel better. And that was the most thing that I think is crazy.
So what was the motivation leaving Hong Kong behind to start something new, which is was it your idea or was it your partner's idea?
Yeah, it was my idea. You finish? You finished the question? Yeah. I mean, yeah, that was my idea. No one forced me because I think I made the decision by myself, right? So, to be honest, I love Hong Kong. I was so much in love with the life in Hong Kong, but you know, the reason why I came to China because I wanted to do business in China, but I feel like China and Hong Kong is much different. They speak different, they're different cultures. And I just struggle in the mainland Chinese area. So that's why I just came. Yeah.
But then you think Hong Kong or China, which one would be?
No, I'm trying to make a good work in China. And then if I have the ability to control my business, I mean, if I'm not there, it's okay, but probably I'm going to Hong Kong to live. Because Hong Kong is also close to Indonesia or Thailand, the other market as well.
May I ask a small question?
Yeah, sure.
First of all, I really sometimes I admire people who create something on their own. I think sometimes I like this, like I lack, because I usually am very irrational. I rarely do some crazy stuff. I rarely like when I have to make some decision. I really like to think a lot, like put everything in point by point, discuss it with my friends or my the people who I trust, and after that make decision. Based on your talk, I think that you are more kind of flashy person who likes to make decision fast. So you said several times you aren't afraid of giving up some things for something new, something without any guarantee, something like risky. So same maybe like the same motivation like his, same question like this. What is your motivation? Do you see it for like future profit, or do you see that it is something to like assure yourself that you can do something? Is it something personal, or like is something about finance, or I don't know? Is it something just to support people who ask you?
Okay.
This is the main reason.
Sure. I mean, firstly, I think it's mainly about my personality. I don't like to be bored. I just like to challenge myself. I mean, like the challenge. And I'm not saying that fast make a decision is always good because it's upside down. Because I did a lot of things. I mean, I try a lot of things, so there's a lot of fail as well. But to me, like, if I think about money at this moment, probably I'm gonna stay in Hong Kong because salary is much better in Hong Kong, to be honest. But right now, I just want to try to make new things and try to challenge because I don't have wife. I don't have, the baby. Like, I don't have family. I mean, right now, I'm just, maybe, at most, I can be brave. I can do whatever I want. At the later, I'm not sure. When I get 30, I got the wife, I got the baby. Can I still do the same things right now? I don't think so. Maybe I can, but mostly I don't. So that's why I'm trying to do something that I want, like as much as I can, before I get stable, or before I have to take care of something. That's why, what makes me like, make those kind of decisions, I think it's not about money. Oh, of course money, I'm working for money. I mean, like, I want to make money in the future, huge money, but not now. I just want to have fun. That's why I just don't want to get bored in daily life. I don't want to do the same thing every day. Yeah, that's why I just try to move, to meet the new people, and try to do new things. I think. Is it enough?
Yes.
Discharge?
So, saying that since I have so much ambition,
You? Oh yes, I can see
I
it.
have so many ambitions. Should I drop out of university?
Yeah, actually. You want me to say to drop the college in front of it? Dr. Liu? No, I mean, don't drop the college.
May I answer this for a while?
Yeah, sure.
Jonathan, because I think don't look at the university as something just holding you back. Yeah, don't think about this.
I know you don't have a class, just be patient. One more semester.
So like, yeah, like look at this thing as some kind of trampoline. It's like we'll give you start as a rocket, not like really holding you or something, you know? If you look at it like holding, you want to always drop it out, you know? That's like, it's all about your perception.
Let me explain a little bit. If anyone who got some new ideas for starting up a new business, the Haidian districts, they got policy to encourage entrepreneurship, especially in Zhongguancun area. They have this entrepreneurship visa for international students. You may apply for that. If you do feel that you cannot handle the pressure of taking care of your study and also doing some entrepreneurial things, at the same time, you may apply for suspension of your study. So this is allowed. You can apply for 1 year suspension, and then you can come back after 1 year. If you think you need 1 more year, you can apply for 2 years. So maximally 2 years suspension. Okay.
You have to pay for 2 years fee?
Yes. Suspension, you don't have to pay.
Hi everyone. It's working? Hi everyone. So I'm Maxime Morel from working for French Tech Beijing. I was a student here just until July, so it's quite recent. French Tech Beijing is actually on the subject we were talking about, like we are helping startups, French startups coming to Beijing on gathering the tech ecosystem here in Beijing, so organizing events and stuff like that. We are a non-profit organization. I'm actually the only employee, so that gives me a lot of freedoms, which is really enjoyable. All the other ones are volunteers and have a real job on the side. One advice I can give on the finding job in China is actually to build your network while you're at your university. Like meeting people, doing volunteership. That's how I started working for French Tech Beijing. I worked for 6 months while I was doing my master thesis, working for them as well as a volunteer. At the time they didn't have any full-time, so I kind of became that full-time already, and then just got employed when they opened the position. So it's a great way to build network, meet a lot of people. There's always association who needs you. I mean, from your own country. In Beijing, I guess there's a lot of initiative going on and stuff. To come back on the subject of startups, like Jonathan, I think it was, asking question. Your university time is maybe one of the best to actually start building it, because you can actually rely on your professor to try your proof of concept, to when you will actually meet investors or business partner, you will have already a proof of concept who will be built on and tested on people who actually have knowledge about business. So enjoy right now while you're at your university, try it, whatever that is your idea. What else? Your speech kind of resonated with me, like on try, don't speak but try things, like meet people but always try to launch your ideas towards them. Most of the time it will bounce back and nothing will happen, but like those 20% of time where something's happened, that's those 20% that actually counts where building something. And yeah, a lot of failures happen, a lot of them. I've been working for 4 months for French Tech Beijing. We are working on a big project, and it took us 4 months of doing something 1 week, destroying in 1 day that thing, and just doing it again for 1 month and stuff like that. because you work with people who don't have time, who are not available, and stuff like that. And just do and do. And every problem creates one new opportunity at least. So just look for that opportunity and go for it. It's pretty much all I have to say actually today. If you have any question, go for it. Can help maybe on subject about startups and stuff like that, since I work a lot with entrepreneurs, sort of experience, feedback and that.
Do you have questions?
Okay, Maxime, let me ask you, a French tech hub,
Yes.
is that position only open to people from France?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I think so. I don't know. Yeah, at first. No, actually, we have one Belgian girl actually working for the French Tech Hub of London, for example. Speaks French. Yeah. It helps. I mean, I'm based in the French embassy right now, so it's a lot of French meeting. Our biggest subject right now we have is working on talents level, bringing French talents and Chinese talents together. To do that, we need the support of high-level people. So people like we met the Minister of Economy from France. We worked with Richard Liu, actually from Jingdong, who gave us his support. So a lot of meetings like that.
So is this the first job you look for?
Yeah, after the master, it's the first job I did.
Okay.
And, I worked a bit before the master.
All right. You just apply for it.
Yeah, really. I actually applied for a lot of jobs while I was also doing my volunteering, but finding a job in China is not that easy. Like having the foreign face is not enough, in my opinion. You actually need to provide something as well. My Chinese level is not that great, so that might be one of the points I need to work on as well. But for all the students, like who have a good Chinese level, so foreign face, you need to bring some skills as well. It's not enough just a foreign face. Don't you agree?
I think it's very important what kind of company you apply for.
It depends as well.
Yeah, exactly. So like the companies which I applied for, that's what I saw as the main requirement. Because like that company, I definitely can say that Chinese and foreign face is not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like perhaps the companies I applied for, like the main requirements were a bit different than yours.
For sure.
Yeah, it's case to case.
Actually, I think I took the opposite stance than you, that I was really selective on the job I was looking for, because I have really precise idea of what I wanted to do. It helps because when you're actually getting a work interview, you know what you're going for, and you know what you're going to sell to that job interview in particular. But when you have much less job interview, that's the thing as well.
But about networking, I agree. It's like one of the best tools to
Yes,
find anything, to do anything, get done. Yeah.
Any other question?
Any questions?
I heard that you said that you're working in a non-profit organization.
Yes.
How is that in China? Like, because I heard that it's not that
It doesn't.
common.
In China, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
We don't have legal existence in China. That's the French embassy is actually doing a proxy to give me my salary. So officially, I'm employed by the French embassy, but I don't work for them. That's a way to avoid that.
Actually, I collected some questions from students who can't join us today. So here are some questions that I think interesting, might be informative for all of you. First one, okay, goes off. Dear alumni, thank you for joining us. I'm a student of 2017 student. I can't a little bit lost. So
I'm a student of 2017 spring. This is my first year here. I wanted to ask, now I'm kind of a little bit lost. I can't decide what to do for a career after graduation. So do you have any suggestions? Or how do you think your choice?
I mean, you say she lost the way?
She lost? Yes.
Not you lost, right? But
There's no motivation.
Use your imagination.
I think you don't. I mean, when you feel like you lost the way, you don't need to worry too much. I mean, you try a lot of things, and you see something from there, and that's my way. I don't think too much. I don't talk to the people when I have some problem because everyone has different situation. Just try something. Go outside, and then to meet the new challenge. I think that's what I say.
Question number 2. I will go fast.
I mean, you're gonna tell it to her? Don't worry.
We have a video.
Oh, okay.
Second question. Dear alumni, I'm a student of class 2074. This is my first year in China. I felt and I'm still feeling a little bit pressure, like study or adapting to new environment. So will you share with me some of your experience in this aspect? How do you cope with pressure in your life?
Go outside and just try new things. I mean, it's the same question, right? Isn't it? Feel the pressure and then like feel like you lost it. I'm not same person, the same symptom, right?
Go out with friends. Meet with friends. The best way to relieve pressure.
Probably I'm gonna keep the answer same thing because I'm Jack and I'm not gonna change, right? So just try something.
Question number 3. Why did you choose to stay in China working? Working in China gave you a lot of advantages, right, over somebody. So, what are those advantages?
The same like Jack, I didn't have intention coming to China. So like before I was applying for my master program and I get offer from like 5 universities. And like 4 of them was in Europe and I was planning to go there. But the same, I was looking at the like future perspective as the same like looking for job and then also how is that connected to my country. So like I made some research and the main thing which influenced me to come to China was that my country, Uzbekistan, is having very good relationships, economic relationship with China. So I saw it as a one opportunity for the future career, like entrepreneurship or work. So I could do something to connect my country and China. So that's why I decided to take offer from this university.
I think this one is my last. It is students' last one. No, it's not. Hi, dear alumni. It's really a nice experience to have you back. I'm in my 3rd year, so I'm really hoping to work in China after graduation. I would like to know if I work in China, what aspect do you think is the most difficult or important for me? Like language, culture, job assignments, or dealing with people? Thank you.
Dealing with people, definitely.
Do you like to elaborate a little bit?
We always hear about Guanxi in China. Well, it's true for every country first, but you can manage without the language, that's for sure. Knowing the culture is better because it's easier to deal with people, it's important to deal with them, but if you don't know how to handle people, like making them remember you, you will not build anything in a relationship, and it's with relationships that you can go on and build something.
Do you mind?
Can I add more? I I mean, of course he said right, the guanxi to people. But I think most of people just misunderstand, like, if you can speak Chinese doesn't mean you understand Chinese culture. Because in our company, a lot of people living in China more than 20 years or 10 years, they speak fluent Chinese, but they don't understand Chinese market. So that's my problem right now. So that's, you have to be yourself, like, localized with the Chinese people, Chinese culture. Every region different. Shenzhen, Guangzhou, I mean Guangzhou area, Shandong, Shanxi, I mean Beijing, Tianjin, everyone is different. So if you want to do something business here, if you want to survive here, you have to mingle with Chinese people, truly understand what they think, and what they like, and what they're gonna do in the later. I think this is most important in here.
Okay, there is a little bit personal question. Not question to you, to that student. Should I get a girlfriend during my college?
Yes.
Good way to learn the language.
I think it's not about girlfriend. You should have some people who have at least the same outlook with you. Because if you are like, let's say, extrovert, you're like outgoing person, it's very important to have your group, your band, or it can be friends, it can be girlfriend. So the people who understand you. In this way, it will be much easier for you to come over this culture shock, or whatever, how you call it. It's very easy to adapt when you have somebody beside you. Yeah. Yes.
Do you have any questions? It's a good opportunity to ask.
I noticed you guys, once you had graduated, you worked in relatively young companies. And since probably you guys took time to look for the jobs, just as a recommendation, would you recommend students who are fresh graduates to look for startup jobs or go to established firms? Which do you think has the highest chances of accepting? Because probably you guys have a lot of experience now with a lot of companies, right? So would you recommend like people who just graduate look for startups to work? They're risk takers, or should you go to like an established firm?
I think it depends on what you are looking for. I mean, working in a startup in an established firm is nothing alike. So it really depends on your personality, I think. Yeah, so it's another question.
For me, it's very important to, like, the very biggest different thing, if you want to work in startup, you have to really believe in this company. Because like if you just want to be one part of it for short time, you're not gonna have good time. But like if you just want to learn something or like get to know China, it's good to work in bigger. So like in startup, if you see yourself as a couple of months, this is useless. It's a waste of time. So you have to really believe in this because everybody in the startup usually they believe in what they do. So if you want to be really successful, you have to be part of it. So that's for startup and bigger company.
I think yeah, it's based on what you expect in your life. I mean, starting the IBS doesn't mean you always want to be risky, right? I mean, if you want to be stable, yeah, just go to the big company, a stable job, it's a assigned job, just go to home and just have a good life, it's okay. But if you want to make something by yourself later, I recommend you go to small company. Just have more power there, more possibility, have more speech on yourself, like to learn a lot of things in a short term, and then you're gonna understand the ecosystem of it. I mean business itself. So yeah, just up to your plan.
No more questions? Okay, if you have any questions, you can send to me and you ask them, okay?
Today?
Later, we have a line. Thank you all, and thank you all.
My water, just in case. Dr. Liu Peng asked me to say something because I'm still here. I was about to leave early, but I thought actually this is a little bit more interesting than I expected. No, it is true. It is true. No, because this is not for me. Does that make sense? It's not. You're not doing this for me. I'm old now. I'm looking forward to retirement. So, as you know, I keep mentioning this in class. No, but just some comments to say thank you to all three of you. It's good to see, my teaching has some impact. No, I was telling to the dean, I told to Ellen, I said, I don't really want to come, but at the same time, I thought, actually, it's good to welcome our students back, welcome our kids back, in a way. So it's good to see you back, and it's good that you are signaling to others that, you could do the same. So I don't have any advice in terms of career advice I can give you, unless you do want to become an academic. Like me, I don't recommend it. You'll be miserable as me. Look at how happy they are. So you don't. So it's just to say thank you. This is very, very important to us. As the dean mentioned, when I think I joined 2 or 3 years, and we shared that sort of plan that one day this will happen. That we will have students who have graduated, and they will become alumni and talk to us, talk to our students, and say, look, we've made it, in whatever way. And that's an important occasion for us, in a sense. It's good to hear your stories. It's good to see, that we can tell people life isn't straightforward. It does get a little bit more complicated. I like the stories of, 2 o'clock, then 8 o'clock on a plane. I can't do this. That's why I haven't chosen this life. I can see people advertising 10 o'clock, meet tonight. 10 o'clock, I'm in bed. But you're right. It will happen at some day that you will not have this energy. I think that's what your message is. When you have this energy, do it. I think it's right. I did the same. When I had the time, and now I'm slowing down. But it's wonderful to see you back. Do come back again. I didn't know you were coming. I didn't even know you were in China, which is great, actually. Glad to see what you're doing. I think it's very interesting, actually. I think it's a very interesting niche. That's why I stayed, actually. I was glad to do that. Actually, that's an interesting niche market. Not many people are thinking about this. And to work with the embassy. Anyway, so thank you very much for coming. Please come again. Do come and share and let other people, students. I know there are loads of alumni around. Please tell them to come again to tell us what you are doing. I know I keep in touch with some of you on WeChat. So good luck, because this is the start. I can see this. That's what you're sharing with us, the start. And you seem to have done the difficult bit, which is what's the word? Meander. That's what you've been telling us. It's not like this. We keep telling our students that, but probably it's better they hear it from you that it's not like this. It is like that, actually coming back, and then we're going in many other directions, and still going, not knowing where you want to go. So it's very, very important for us that we get these occasions, good, positive moments like this, and that our students can see and get that experiential aspects. They don't get this from us. They don't. It's very important that we continue to do this. It's very important. So, thank you. It's very, very important. Glad to see you. Hope you get all the success. Thank you to our students for their questions. And for our students, hope in 3 or 4 years' time, I welcome you too. Well, that would mean I'm still here. Never mind. Okay, all right.
This is a follow-up survey. You can scan it with your WeChat. This is about alumni to have them come to this room, like talk to a little bit. They are professional HRs, they can, really. Okay, thank you, okay, thank you.
Just now we listened to the sharing of our three alumni. You can tell that they have selected different career paths. Some decide to start their own business. Some decide to work for a local Chinese company, and some decide to work for a French company in China. So some key message we collect from their sharing. I think number one, be true to yourself. Always find out who you really want to be, and pursue the career path that you do focus yourself to be in 5 years' time, 20 years' time. Okay. The second, we do want to create many opportunities for you. In addition to this sharing, we also invite many companies to come to our campus to do on-campus recruitment. So today, as I mentioned at the beginning, we have a company coming to campus. I wanted to make it separate events. It seemed to me that it was a bit awkward because only 5 students were in that room. So that's why I'm inviting the company to come over to this room to share some information about their company. This is one of the leading companies in China in providing opera education for kids. And they are offering scholarship, and also they are offering internship opportunities. And in the future, they hope to bring many international students to work for the company. So please stay if you have time and listen to the company, because you don't know what opportunities will bring to you for this event. Okay, thank you.